Live, maybe? Maybe we're live. So if you're on our YouTube channel and getting notifications when we go live, then you already know we put a video out today with an interview with one of only a few people that have talked about Patrick. Very few people have come out and said anything in regards to what's going on with Patrick. And so what I'm about to do here is I'm about to play the second half of that video for you guys exclusively to hear. We're also going to release that video as we talk and do this thing. But if you're on the on this YouTube live, you're going to get to hear the second half of that. Now, there's a third half, or the second part, I should say, of this interview. There is a third part to this interview that'll come out probably later this week. I just went ahead and skipped through these things and threw them together. You are going to get to hear the interview via this live video without any music behind it. The video that's going to go up line will have some music behind it. It's nice to hear it all. Oh, I understand. So, but you'll get what you get, or you won't. So, it was pretty wild to talk to her. I actually talked to a couple of people today, so I got a couple of different perspectives from people who actually knew Patrick. And it's not because I think that we should do anything but be fair in this situation. I don't necessarily agree with the things that are in these interviews. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. My mind's not being changed. So it's not like I'm worried about someone getting, No, it doesn't make me change my mind at all. So again, I'm about to play the second part of this interview. You'll be able to any other people and your friends and stuff around the town.
Around the town, my friends, they all know, but it's like, this is the story, what we know, and this is the BS on the story. Like I say, when the mom said this is the first time she ever disappeared, I lost my mind. I'm like, that's a bunch of bullshit.
So that's the last half of the first part of the interview, and now we're skipping into the part number 2 of this interview.
So you say
I was so mad right off the get-go.
So you knew she had disappeared before?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say this lady is telling us any information about the murder. She is simply talking to us about Patrick. This is someone who knew Patrick personally. This is someone who had interactions with Patrick. So this is not someone who's jumping up and necessarily defending.
If Patrick is innocent, who would you speculate? Would you speculate on who maybe could be involved?
I can't really, because it's like I've heard stories like there was another boyfriend. Whether that's true or not, another story. I mean,
gotcha. But you didn't.
Them getting excited, getting married, and whatever. No, that ship sailed long time ago.
So from the very get-go, they have not been together. They had just been basically swapping the baby back and forth between them. That was kind of their interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's taking over the donkeys this year if Patrick's not around?
That's a comfortable question. So we've just talked about some craziness. You got to slide a comfortable question in there to try to bring her back around to get comfortable so I can hit her with some other questions. So.
Not sure yet. I think we have a local guide.
Gotcha. You said that you've talked to some other locals and they know the story, around there. Are you guys...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, do you think there'll be some locals that will come out and testify for Patrick?
I don't know on that one because none of us have been talked to or anything.
Okay.
It's like I say, when they said, you know, Clinton was going to be arrested and whatever, I'm like, what? Someone texted me that. I'm like, where is this coming from? That's what started this all. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Did you contact law enforcement?
Yeah.
And what did law enforcement tell you?
They gave us a whole lot of things you can do and stuff. The one we're in the process of taking care of. Hopefully she takes care of his shit, or she won't. If she not, sucks to be her.
That there are some people that are looking into a lot of social media accounts and
yeah, the cops are on all of them.
Oh yeah, and I think you've heard me talk about that before. Yeah. You know.
But no, they've said they've been on. They're seeing what there's out there and see how if it gets out of hand or not out of hand.
Well, yeah. The fact is, the cops don't govern social media right now. You guys actually been threatened or anything?
They've said a lot of things on there, and there's one lady, that the name I gave you, that's why I want the info on that, because she's getting like, hey, you're putting stuff out there that...
This whole thing on Facebook is a whole new thing for everybody. Nobody knows exactly what's happening and how it's all going to fold out.
I've been floored on some of the stuff. Like I say, when somebody texted me, you know, screenshot off of that Jennifer Lawrence Prayers for Kelsey or whatever.
Yeah.
Saying that, you know, Clinton was arrested and he's going to be arrested. I'm like, what? So I got accepted. I'm like, and then I start reading all the other stuff. I'm like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding. Some of it, they have quite the imagination. I'm like, holy crap. Was talking to my husband saying, well, you should know all about this. You know Crystal. And I'm like, and my husband's looking at it like, who the hell is that?
I think there was anything weird about the way he reacted when this all...
Oh, I cut it out on you, didn't I? Jeez.
All went down?
No, he shuts up. I mean, he's a very private person. Very, very private.
She's going to start talking about Patrick, and this is what you need to think about and listen to, because what she's saying
puts me to shame, even.
Yeah, he's a man of very few words.
Very few. And it's like, if you're going to accuse him, you better have him dead to rights.
Even when you were around him, he's a pretty quiet person?
He is, yeah.
Who's more talkative, your husband or him?
Oh, my husband.
Yeah?
By far. Yes.
He carried the conversations and stuff?
Oh, yeah. My husband is very, very... That's why he does the interviews. I don't, usually.
Gotcha. Well, you're talking with me.
Because I went... The lady on the Facebook, the Prayers for Kelsey, I was like, okay, you went too far. Now I'm done.
Oh, I gotcha. So this is some of the stuff these other people had said.
They do. And then they ran... You know how they are. They ran with that. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Has this affected your life around Cripple Creek or the locals? I mean, the locals
know us. They laugh.
Yeah. They laugh. They laugh it off. They know what's up.
Yeah, they don't know what's up. But it's like, hey, this like I said when they said arrest, we even had a reporter call to see if Clinton got arrested because they're trolling, you know, those sites too.
Oh yeah, the reporters are definitely watching, and it's funny because everybody tries to give credit to these reporters knowing so much info, and I'm like, half the shit they talk about is on social media.
And other stuff they make up, because it's like, that's not true. But yeah, she asked if my husband got arrested, and it's like, no, he did not.
Gotcha. Well,
and we laughed. He went down to the cops is what we could do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's like, I wish the trolls would get a clue. It's like, you guys got all IP addresses, and it's easy to track your happy asses down.
The digital world is it's more accurate than a fingerprint, right? You could the digital trail, and the hardest thing about the digital trail though is unless you're involving with people that understand how to do it, it's like you have to go through Facebook or you have to go the law enforcement.
The Jennifer to save my peace.
Oh yeah, no, she has no idea what it. Yeah.
She's got a lot of names. The only reason I know hers is like she texted me saying she was a friend of a friend. Okay. So you've actually received text messages or messages on Facebook? No, not to my phone, but through Facebook.
Okay, text like messages through Facebook. Yeah. Do you believe that they're going to use anything from social media against Patrick?
But I don't know, because he don't have a whole lot of social media.
Was he not on social media?
He had a website, but not much on it. I mean, you're a farmer or you're a rancher. When do you have time to do all that?
Yeah.
That's what kills me most. I'm like, do you guys ever live on a farm? Like, come on, guys. Between taking care of animals, and there's a lot, making sure everything's done and everything, and a 1-year-old, when do you have time to do all this stuff? Like, come on.
Yeah, but you really believe he's innocent.
I really do.
And
show me otherwise. That's my biggest thing. Show me otherwise.
yeah.
Where's the evidence? I don't see Jack. And what you did have, now you say it's not that important. So now it really tells me you don't got Jack.
Are you? Oh, you're talking about the evidence they wanted to test?
Yeah.
How it
and
was,
now it's not important. And I'm like, you don't have crap. I said I could be wrong. Could totally be wrong, but
well,
like I say,
you are one of, like
I know.
you're one of the very few, even in my own mind, and I don't know Patrick or Kelsey, but I live on Kelsey's block, and I've been at the court hearings and the press conferences, and I sat across from Patrick, and I've said either that's an innocent dad or there is a monster in him, and those are the
you never know.
and those are the real facts. Is he could be as innocent as you say that you believe he is.
Mm-hmm. Or like I said, my husband is like, show me the evidence. He doesn't either way. It's like, show me the evidence. Because he still believes you're innocent until you're proven guilty, not the other way around.
It goes. Do you think Patrick will go all the way to trial? So if you believe he's innocent, you think he's not going to take any plea deals?
No, he won't.
Listen.
He's very patient.
Listen.
And he has to be a horse farrier, correct?
Mm-hmm. Very correct.
I've said that from the beginning. I said that I don't know what kind of person exactly Patrick is, but I know that if he's trained dogs or trained horses, he is a very patient man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have to be.
So this is going to be, that's part 3 in its entirety, or part 2 in its entirety. I got another part coming. We're loading that one up right now to the YouTube. You can rewatch it, listen to it, speculate about it. Don't shoot the messenger. And, she says she believes Patrick to be innocent because there's not any evidence of him and or evidence that links him to it. So I am going to throw that video up right now, part 2. Again, tomorrow somebody will have ripped this off. Wait a minute. Where'd that go? Where'd my part 2 go? Oh, crap. Where did that go? File. Export. QuickTime movie. Okay, there's part 2. I see it. I'm sure somebody will have ripped this off by tomorrow. I just want to make sure how it...
Any other people and your friends and stuff around the town?
I'm on the town, but my friends, they all know, but it's like, this is the story, what we know, and this is the BS on the story. Like I say, when the mom said this is the first time she ever disappeared, I thought, lost my mind. I'm like, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, so, you say
I was so mad right off the get-go.
So you knew she had disappeared before?
Yes.
Gotcha. If Patrick is innocent, who would you speculate? Would you speculate on who maybe could be involved?
We're loading it up to Facebook or YouTube right now.
I can't really, because it's like, I've heard stories like there was another boyfriend. Whether that's true or not, another story.
It's opened up a lot of speculation. Listen, I don't believe, I don't believe this woman knows anything more than you and I when it comes to who done it. But she did know Patrick, okay? So that's more than you and I had. So I'm not saying that she's telling us anything that should make us believe Patrick is innocent. I'm telling you that you know a little bit more about Patrick than you did. And who Patrick is is a very patient man. This was a very patient, thought out crime. This isn't something that came overnight. And so you can make your own decisions, your own speculations, your own theories. That's not, I'm not here to feed anything other than your need for blood. I don't know. I'm just kidding, guys. It's a joke. This is hard for me because we're actually talking about someone who died, someone who is no longer with us, and now we're trying to look at the murderer. We're trying to look at well, the murderer is who I'm calling him. Listen, I think he killed. I think he's a part of this. I think that there's, but I could be wrong too. I could be wrong too. So, you know, there's a lot of things people want to speculate on. People want to take credit for what. We've talked to her. She'll talk. Some dude got on here and was all pissy. Listen, and nobody talking to her. Like, nobody's got a video up of an interview with her. So I don't know what these nonsense are talking about. This is just Dad with the phone trying to bring you a little bit more information about who these people are. We're finding out more and more who Patrick was. So we're going to put that full second part up, and then maybe you'll see the third part, maybe you won't. The third part has some information in it that I need to verify some stuff on, because if what is said in this third part of the interview is true, we are getting close. So,
think there was anything weird about the way he reacted when this all went down?
No, he shuts up. I mean, he's a very private person. Very private. Puts me to shame.
Your husband, yeah, he's a man of very few words.
Very few. And it's like, if you're going to accuse him, you better have him dead to rights.
Even when you were around him, he's a pretty quiet person?
He is, yeah.
Who's more talkative,
it's
your husband or him?
Right now.
Oh, my husband.
Yeah?
Yes.
He carried the conversations and stuff?
Oh, yeah. My husband is very, very... That's why he does the interviews. I don't usually.
Gotcha. Well, you're talking with me.
Because I went, the lady on the Facebook, the Prayers for Kelsey, I was like, okay, you went too far, now I'm done.
Oh, I gotcha. So this is some of the stuff these other people had said.
They do, and then they ran, you know how they are, they ran with that. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Has this affected your life around Cripple Creek or the locals? I mean, the locals
know us. They laugh.
Yeah, they laugh. They laugh it off. They know what's up.
Yeah, they don't know what's up, but it's like, hey, this, like I say, when they said arrest, we even had a reporter call to see if Clinton got arrested, because they're trolling, you know, those sites too.
Oh yeah, the reporters are definitely watching, and it's funny because, everybody tries to give credit to these reporters for knowing so much info, and I'm like, half the shit they talk about is on social media.
And other stuff they make up, because it's like, that's not true, but yeah, she has to.
What you're listening to is an interview I did today. It's going up on YouTube right now. It's being uploaded to YouTube. It is a part 2 of probably a part 3 interview, and it is with someone who knew Patrick. Listen, I am just... Yeah, right. I mean, no, there's obviously things that he didn't show up for that shows some signs. So,
Facebook, or you have to go law enforcement.
Oh, this is just an interview.
Oh yeah, no, she has no idea what her yeah.
She's got a lot of names. The only reason I know hers is like she texted me saying she was a friend of a friend.
Okay. So you've actually received text messages or messages on Facebook?
Not to my phone, but through Facebook.
Okay, like messages through Facebook. Yeah. Do you believe that they're going to use anything from social media against Patrick?
Well, I don't know, because he don't have a whole lot of social media.
Was he not on social media?
He had a site, but not much on it. I mean, you're a farmer or you're a rancher. When do you have time to do all that?
Yeah.
That's what kills me most. I'm like, do you guys ever live on a farm? Like, come on, guys. Between taking care of animals, and there's a lot, making sure everything's done and everything, and a 1-year-old, when do you have time to do all this stuff? Like, come on.
Yeah, but you really believe he's innocent.
I really do.
And
show me otherwise. So that's my biggest thing. Show me otherwise.
yeah.
Where's the evidence? I don't see Jack. And what you did have, now you say it's not that important. So now it really tells me you don't got Jack.
Are you? Oh, you're talking about the evidence they wanted to test?
Yeah.
How?
And now it's not important. And I'm like, you don't have crap. I say I could be wrong. Could totally be wrong, but
What do you think? Do you think they have any evidence?
Well,
like I said,
you are one of, you know, like you're
I know.
one
He had
of the
two
very
women.
few, even in my own mind, you know, and I don't know Patrick or Kelsey, but you know, I live on Kelsey's block, and I've been at the court hearings and the press conferences, and you know, I sat across from Patrick, and I've said either that's an innocent dad, or there is a monster in him. And those are
And you never know.
and those are the real facts, you know. He could be as innocent as you say that you believe he is, you know.
Or like I said, if my husband is like, show me the evidence. If he doesn't, either way, it's like, show me the evidence. Because he's still, you're innocent until you're proven guilty, not the other way around.
It goes, do you think Patrick will go all the way to trial? So if you believe he's innocent, you think he's not going to take any plea deals?
No, he won't. He's very patient.
And he has to be a horse farrier, correct?
Mm-hmm. Very correct.
I've said that from the beginning. I said that I don't know what kind of person exactly Patrick is, but I know that if he's trained dogs or trained horses, he is a very patient man.
Mm-hmm. Because you have to be.
That patience. That patience. That patience. That's what's happening right now. We'll see. That video is going up on both YouTube and Facebook. You should be able to actually you should be able to see it on YouTube now. So it's up. It's 8 minutes long.
People and your friends and stuff around
Enjoy.
the town. You know,
Around the town, my friends, they all know, but it's like, this is the story, what we know, and this is the BS on the story. Like, say, when
I have none.
said this is the first time she ever disappeared, I lost my mind. I'm like, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yes, it will be.
oh yeah, so you know
So that video's up. You can go check it out.
So you knew
We're
she
loving on our
disappeared
YouTube
before.
people, so hope